Hello, and welcome to the 2020 Neon Summer finale. Neon Summer was born out of a desire to ensure that young people had a paid summer experience even in the midst of a global pandemic. And so we quickly pulled together digital programming consisting of work readiness classes, dance, music, photography, animation, culinary, and drama, just to name a few. Special thank you to the New York City Department of Probation Commissioner Anna Bermúdez, the Cabinet, and the entire DOP team who worked to make this possible. Thank you to Deputy Mayor Thompson and the New York City Young Men's Initiative for your tremendous support in helping to make this happen. Special shout out to City Council and thank you for your continued support. Thank you to our amazing partners at Carnegie Hall and to the 38 Neon Summer facilitators and over 20 program providers. We say thank you. You were the glue. And thank you to our Neon stakeholders, and mostly thank you to the over 2,700 young people who showed up and showed out. We love you, we support you, and today we celebrate you. We're excited that you're here to join us and celebrate the young people. Drop a comment in the chat to show your support. And without further ado, let's get this party started.
Testing 1 2 testing 1 2. Okay, it's with me. 1 2. Y'all can hear me?
Hi everyone, I'm Alexa McCormack and I'm 15 years old. Since there was not much to do this summer because of the pandemic, I signed up for the Neon Summer program. I have to say, I really thought it was going to be very boring, but it was actually pretty fun.
I can't draw, don't laugh at me.
No, I wouldn't say it again, Lloyd. Oh, wow.
Oh, no. It's ugly, though. I know.
Nah, Lloyd, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's perfect.
The most important thing I learned was if someone tells you that you cannot do it or you can do so much better, you know what you tell them? You tell them, I can.
This lady, I know her name is there, but you can't really.
It's like a family thing. Like, it's like a family tree. Like, they all have powers. And
I decided that I'd like change my character up a little bit. Like, I thought about it, and like I made her wear the hijab. I don't wear one, but like eventually I do want to wear the hijab, and like I just like we don't really see that like the way like the hijab is like represented in the media and stuff like that.
Hi, I'm Danny Santiago. I was in cohort number 21, and thank you Neon Summer for giving me this chance to participate in this amazing program so far and be distracted from this crazy pandemic all around us. This has truly been an amazing learning and growing experience for myself, and I'm sure I can speak for everyone else in my group.
I asked my brother for advice. Long live them fallen soldiers who couldn't wake up after night. It's a trail behind our steps, he told me, it'll be alright. But when it's time, we're gonna drive to the palms, we'll see the light.
Let me tell you a story of right hand, left hand. It's a tale of good and evil. It was with this hand that Cain iced his brother, Love. These 5 fingers, they go straight to the soul of man. The right hand, the hand of love. The story of life is this. One hand is always fighting the other hand. The left hand is kicking much ass. I mean, it looks like right, love is finished. But hold on, stop. The presses. The right hand is coming back. Yeah, he got the left hand on the ropes now. That's right. Yeah. Boom. It's a devastating right. And hate is hurt. He's down. Oh, left hand, hate, KO'd by love. If I love you, I love you. But if I hate you.
Hey girl. First off, everything I'm about to say is going to be really cringy. But after so long, it's time to finally say it. I could go on and on forever with the list of things you've done for me. But let's start off with things you've done during this pandemic. Thank you for giving me room in your day to just sit and listen to anything that I've been stressing about. Things that have bothered me or just caused me problems. Thank you for making me feel the most comfortable to be my true self, in which you've always accepted wholeheartedly. Thank you for noticing when I'm looking down on myself and bringing me back up. Thank you for meeting me at the usual place we meet at the park just to buy a bunch of junk food from the deli and sit at the park to talk about life.
Sup, retard?
Let's not forget how often you call me just to play PUBG and Fortnite for hours and hours at night. Thank you for being the most patient and understanding person I can ever ask for. Last but not least, thank you for showing me the true intentions and actions of a best friend. Your definition of it had all the ups and downs of one. I cannot wait to spoil the hell out of you on your special day. I love you.
Cookery Urbanity by Collective Fare was designed to teach a few of the basic cooking concepts used by professional chefs in order to take the fear out of preparing fun and healthy meals. As a chef, I believe once a person understands the basics like knife skills, organizational skills, different cooking methods, and how to maneuver around the kitchen safely, anyone can become a more proficient cook and develop healthy and nutritious cooking habits.
A takeaway or highlight of what I learned is not to be afraid to experiment with new foods. Even if you don't like something, for example, vegetables, you can still cook, combine different ingredients, and create something delicious.
I really enjoyed my time. I learned a lot. Most of all, I think I benefited from learning about knife skills. I've learned how to hold the knife properly, how to get the desired cuts, and it's really changed my outlook on cooking, whereas before it was very scary for me.
Art is about changing what we see in our everyday lives and representing it in such a way that it gives us hope.
Believe it or not, my life sucks beyond the telling of it. And I don't understand why me trying to kill myself makes you want to buy me new clothes. Buying new clothes doesn't fix clinical depression. You're sitting there telling me to tie a ribbon around a gunshot wound. I didn't come here and say, fix me, fix me. I work every goddamn day. I got myself to class when I wanted to kill myself. I've held down jobs. I've gone to work when I would have rather drink bleach. I made friends. I supported them in times of crisis. I've even dated. All while being in a living hell.
Dear my friends, thank you for staying after our dance practice was over and hanging out with me. Thank you for walking on the Brooklyn Bridge with me and taking memorable but embarrassing photos. Thank you for exploring Manhattan in the rain with me, even though we had to spend a lot of money because city food is expensive, but we all agreed it was for a good cause. Thank you for being broke high schoolers with me and sharing meals with me when we couldn't afford our own. Thank you for all the laughs you gave me. They made me feel at home, even if I wasn't at my house. Thank you for the weird moments, where we doubt why we are friends with each other, but we also know exactly why we are friends with each other. The world as we know it is changing. Some friends we have to say goodbye to. Some we might not see for a long time. I'll continue to hope that we can go back to normal. A new normal. But it is a normal where we all can see each other and walk around Manhattan in the rain again. Thank you for being the family I didn't know I needed.
Hello everyone, my name is Becky Polo Johan and I absolutely adored being a part of Neon this summer. It was so fun things that made us better doing certain things. Like, I knew how to answer job interviews, which I know I needed, and do a bunch of other things that I probably would never have learned how to do. Story writing, through like poems, raps, and other things, and it was just so fun. Thank you for ensuring that such an amazing program exists.
We all wonder, why do humans die? If humans could come back to life, how would that be? If someone who died came back to life, would you be scared? If there was a cure to never grow old, would you drink it? When we close our eyes, where do we go? All good people are accepted in heaven. But what if I was bad, even for once? Dilanji Garcia.
This poem is called Rush Hour. As I walk to the ferry, there's 1,000 heads. 2 schools are up the block, so that totally makes sense. Everyone knows every hour at the ferry terminal is rush hour. Every 30 minutes as the ferry pulls up, the police officers warn people to clear away. But people don't need to know because they're aware of what they're going to say. Every 30 minutes you see hundreds of New Yorkers entering off the ferry. So be aware every 30 minutes at the Staten Island ferry.
You're telling me I should be ashamed of myself? How come? Are you ashamed of yourself? You're selling it. You're selling it to everybody. You know this shit got me on lock. There ain't no running from this shit. You walked out damn near 10 years ago and now you want to be here? For what? What? To dangle a piece of candy in front of our hearts? Make it break a little more? You know when Cookie was growing up, she'd walk around here asking me who her daddy was, where her daddy was. I almost wanted to tell her I didn't know who her daddy was. I was willing to label myself a hoe because I couldn't get her daddy to stick around to love me enough to love her. Why my daddy don't love me, Ma? Why my daddy don't send me birthday cards, Mama? Why I got his last name, but I ain't never even seen his face? I gotta be making shit up.
I don't know what to tell you. I've never had to rely on anyone before I met you. I've never had anyone I could rely on before I met you. I've never had anyone I knew would pick up the hospital called if my car broke down, or someone to talk to about what to say to the boy I like, or how to be brave when you're waiting on news. And even though I know I can put you down now as an emergency contact, I still melt down every time. I mean, what kind of loser has to put their friends down because their family doesn't care or won't pick up?
Got vision, baby. That's a fact. Being in power don't mean be a politician. Be about a dollar, you could be about a vision.
Everyone who's participating in this section is creating a small business.
The eye of freedom is half open, half vision. I know they tell you have hope, but have vision. A vision is worth more. Stop using the word poor, for one can never be broke who has vision. When you got vision, can't be around those who lack purpose. That's like having a new phone in a zone that lacks service, or a credit card.
So it went pretty good. So I showed her my logo and we spoke about some of my business ideas and stuff like that.
It's been pretty good. It's actually a lot easier than I thought it would have been in terms of talking to the graphic designer and trying to get my idea across.
God gives the humble dominion is my humble opinion to my kings and queens.
The project I chose a project on my dad. My dad had passed away when I was 4 years old, so I wanted to do something to commemorate him to my family. Even though it seems like a young age, I really did love him, and I have a lot of memories of him every day. And when I was with him, I do have a lot of memories.
We are learning augmented reality, which is a technology that I couldn't even conceptualize a few months ago.
It was invigorating. I very much enjoyed the class.
They just encourage us as students to share our work in this virtual space.
Well, I will continue to learn over the summer. I mainly want to focus in logo design and move forward to 3D design?
I just want to say that hopefully young people always remember that they have their inner resources all the time. Remember how powerful and amazing they are.
So take a pause, remember and listen to yourself. The resources lie right there, and you can always tap back in to navigate whatever is happening externally. Everything you need lies within you.
And so knowing that you have the inner strength and hopefully supports from your community to be with whatever is in your life so that you can really create the life that you want to see for yourself.
Okay, look. I really wish I could help her. I wish I knew what happened. She was right there, and then she was just gone. Disappeared like a magic trick. I really don't know what happened or where she is. Yeah, I guess. I mean, she had some problems. She took medication. She went to therapy. Yeah, I mean, I feel guilty as hell that we gave her drugs. We should have just realized that her brain is different than other people's. But she wanted to experience. How do you say no to that? If somebody wants to do something crazy because they think it might help them, how do you say no?
If there's one thing that we can all agree on pretty much across the board, it's this. Hell sure looks a lot like Zoom calls. Whether it be your grandma not knowing how to unmute herself or how to work any sort of technology past the 1970s for that matter. Did I unmute myself yet? Or can you hear me? Are we on? Is this good? Yes, Grandma, I can hear you loud and clear. Oh, I'm actually impressed that she figured it out. Okay, sweetie, you know, I'm never good at these Zoom things. This actually reminds me of the time I wanted to tell you the story about your grandfather and I when we were Oh, Grandma, yeah, you're right. It's not worth it.
Hi, my name is Bryanna, and I was the lead facilitator for the 2020 Neon Summer program. I think that everyone was able to benefit from the stories we read to the activities that we were able to engage in. Like I know my group specifically, we were able to make ads and commercials but on our phones literally, and it was amazing to know that like my participants enjoyed that and they learned things that they didn't know that they could do.
We just want the young people to create elevator pitches. We want the other professionals invited to do the same, you know, meet them halfway.
So to be able to unwind and have a sense of community while at home still was a truly great experience and one to remember.
Light and fluffy, soft just like a cloud, sugar satin glaze melting in my mouth, enchanted moons. My taste buds dance and sing, there is magic in the silky buttercream. Krispy Kreme, donut of my dreams.
You will be older a lot longer than you gonna be young. I wish somebody had told me that. I'm gonna back up.
So Mind Hustle is one of a kind. Send you signs, have your thoughts on rewind. Never allow you to make up your mind. Your emotions will intertwine. Your actions will be out of line. But my hustle would never crumble. My positivity it will always double to cause the mind hustle to fumble and tussle with imaginary trouble that can't be stopped. Well, that can be stopped by self-confident muscles. We ain't playing mind games. Times change. Find your lane before the hustle stain your mind frame. Trapped with mind pain, sinking to find change with open mind claim. Claim youth, forgive who will never lose the hustle mentality tool. If your screws will stay tightened, it would never loosen. The motivational speeches become ruthless, having the world wondering who's this mind hustle.
So when you created this, where were you in your mind when you created this? Did you discover something about the mind hustler, or?
I started to voice my opinions more and actually dig deep into the mind hustle and actually understand it in my own way and shape or form. I started to realize what the mind hustle was. So from there on, that's when I just put it in my own definition and being in having a different mindset and a different environment. I just went with the flow. Like it just was coming to my head back to back. As I started to write, I just continued on. Like it's like the mind hustle was speaking for itself.
So what Neon Summer means to me, I viewed it as like a second opportunity for these kids, and I feel like right now that's really what they needed most, especially like with this pandemic going around. A second chance is like what everyone needed, whether you're an adult or kids. But people really don't look at it like as kids like really losing that much. They're just like, oh yeah, you're not in school, so like you're gonna be doing schoolwork from home. But these kids had plans too, so this program just like made it feel like it was a second chance for them. Like I'm here to like let you know, like I'm here to talk about this with you, you know.
3-line scene is going to establish relationship. Second person, strong emotional response. Then that first person bring it home with the last line. Action.
Dad, I want Denny's right now. I'm hungry. You forgot what you
on our way
You're
to
supposed to order me
IHOP.
food. What you said?
We're on our way to IHOP.
But I don't really like IHOP pancakes.
Okay, fine. I'll change course. We can go to Denny's. All right.
I feel like it's breaking up on me.
Jeremiah, you did a very good job of yes and. You yes anded, right? You did a yes and you presented a conflict in the same line. And you presented where the location was in the same line.
That's tough to do.
That was good. It was very, very good.
You are in a bland corporate office located somewhere that God does not care about. Our main character is Jason Williams. Today is his last day at the job, but he doesn't know that. He's in the center of a maze of cubicles discussing his secret to making good kugel with other employees. Do not ask why a black man knows how to make kugel. You need only concern yourself with Anthony Manzanero, who is the reason for his last day here. He is now pulling into the parking lot in his new Ovide Jeep, currently being financed by his new promotion, the one due to Jason. Anthony is now exiting the elevator with his AirPod blasting in his ear, listening to his favorite album ever, Get Rich or Die Trying. He enters the office and walks past Jason and says, "What up, man?" Cut. We are now looking at security footage of an encounter. The video is black and white. Jason is punching Anthony in the back of the head. Anthony is scrambling to get up. The rest of the department are circling around the fight and cheering it on. Someone in the back is exchanging money. A white woman is on camera shrieking, "Oh my God," and calling security.
She had chronic depression ever since she was 12. Her father had depression too, and her sister. And I was on antidepressants for a while when I was her age. She was very high functioning. She went years without any real incident. She had control of it when she was in high school. And then, all of a sudden, things just fell apart. She spiraled. I asked her to move back home, but she said no, over and over again. She was hospitalized last summer, but I really thought that she'd get past it. I thought it's just a matter of time before she finds the right medicine or the right therapist and things will go back to normal. That day, we made plans to have breakfast. I called her, but she didn't answer her phone. I thought she turned it off and slept late, so I went to her apartment and knocked on her door. It wasn't locked. I went in and I found her lying on the floor in the kitchen. Why didn't she come to me? I would have done anything for her, anything. Didn't she know that?
So guys, the quote of the week is by the beautiful Maya Angelou, and she says, "You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have." We have so much creativity and sometimes we don't know. I created these Time magazine covers. I really created this as a voice because I think that this needed to be spoken about. Oh, put your screen on.
This is AOC, or Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Was this an existing article?
She did a Time mag. This is just a picture that I found of her.
But you put this in the background. You did everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
And you did the quote. You did everything.
Oh my God! This is so amazing. I'm so proud of you, and I love her.
Hi, my name is Alan White, the Executive Director of the Holcomb Rucker Community League. It has been a great pleasure partnering with the Department of Probations and their Neon Summer initiative in helping our community youth with workforce opportunities during the summer of 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. The Rucker Ambassadors Sports Management Workforce Program provides youth ranging in ages from 14 to 24 and the community members with little to no education to gain experience on the various behind-the-scenes employment opportunities in the game of basketball.
I like this one because, like, when I met her in real life, like, she was like really like quiet and like not like a shy kind of person.
In like the basement of the building, there's a cat and it's always there.
I just took a picture of my sister, you know, like looking at the sun is kind of refreshing, you know, you're calm. And then I put the cup there because, you know, water refreshes you, you know. So yeah.
The flower, it like really matches the sky. Like, I don't know, I just feel like that picture's, I don't know, I like it a lot. It like has different colors, but the main color, and like.
Yeah, mine's in nature.
got vision, baby. That's a fact.
Being empowered don't mean be a politician. Be about a dollar, you could be about a vision. A vision is worth more when you earn what you work for. To open your first store, to open that world tour. The eye of freedom is half open, have vision. I know they tell you have hope, but have vision. A vision is worth more. Stop using the word poor, for one can never be broke who has vision. When you got vision, can't be around those who lack purpose. That's like having a new phone in a zone that lacks service, or a credit card on zero that can't purchase. Hard to see the vision when you barely scratch surface. Most only dig deep when they bury 6 feet. To live to see a vision, you sacrifice for miss sleep. Some nights didn't eat underground like Pimp C. Don't think it's sweet, been seasoned like mincemeat. Since a young prince on Gill Street, mom's playing Purple Rain. Jackson 5, I'll be there or I'll be sure. Lost my closest uncle to prison, it was tunnel vision. God gives the humble dominion, is my humble opinion. To my kings and queens in the projects living, it's more to that kitchen than Pyrex vision. It's more to what you see than just your eye test vision. Open that third eye, let's tell our vision. You see me? Being empowered don't mean be a politician.